What's up everyone, and in this video I'm going to show y'all the fastest way to make 150,000 souls right from the get-go. So as soon as you get into the open world of Limgrave, first thing you want to do is want to go ahead and grab that first grace. You're going to go ahead and rest at that. I grab the golden effigy because I will personally be playing this character, so I like having that so I can summon with other people. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to run to the nearby church off to the northeast. From there, you're going to end up just resting at that bonfire. Doesn't matter if you aggro the tree sentinel or not. You just want to go ahead and run past that. And you want to go ahead and rest just so that if you do aggro him, you can just go ahead and reset. You can also spike with the merchant that's nearby. Go ahead and buy whatever wares he sells. He does sell a crafting kit, which is good to have. The other option is that you can just move on and come back to him later. You can also pick up an upgrading material right here from the anvil. From there, you can move on to go to the next bonfire. There's going to be a lot of traveling involved, so I've gone ahead and just sped all this up because I'm not doing anything on my travels. This is my 4th playthrough. I don't care about picking up all the random miscellaneous stuff that's around. I've already seen and done it all. From this bonfire, what's going to happen is that we're going to trigger a cutscene. During that cutscene, we're going to end up talking with what's going to essentially be our finger maiden. And from there, she's going to give us a mount. That mount's name is Torn. And then that's going to be the quickest way to get around from place to place in this. Once you have the mount, something I forgot to do early on, but is actually a little bit faster on the mount. Go back to the very, very first bonfire you get to, right there at Limgrave, the first step. You're going to run down to the beach, so you'll head to the left, run down the path, past the giant, past everything else. Down there, you're going to get an item that will end up increasing the runes that you gain whenever you kill something. Increases it for a short duration, so it's not like a talisman that you can keep on all the time. But once you acquire that, we'll need to use that later. This is one of the few that you can get very, very early on. We're not going to use it for the first part of this. We're not going to use it for the first part of this leveling process, but we're going to need it for the second part, the most important part. There was a merchant back there you could have stopped by, see what he bought, but this is the item you're really going for. You can go on the mount, pick it up. You're going to pick up the gold pickled foul foot. Then you can use the mount, go up, do whatever you need. We're then going to go back to the original bonfire gatefront ruins. You can grab the map. You can run through the town, fight those people. There's a talisman. No, there's an art of war in there that you can use. Regardless, we're just going to follow this road all the way to the bridge. Once you get to the bridge, you're actually going to hang it left. There's a quicker way to get there, but if this is your first playthrough, this is going to be the easiest way to get to this without getting lost, because if you just end up going the other way, it's very high probability you can miss what you need. From here, what we're looking for is a grace. Once we get to that grace, we're going to go ahead and rest at it. Go ahead and just reset everything, and then we'll hop back on the mount and we'll start going towards the official first step of what we need to do. You can go past the bridge and then go down the hill and go under it that way. I like going this way just because there's a grace right here. I know the fall damage isn't going to kill me. I'll probably take some damage. Not a big deal. I'm not really that worried about it. This is the NPC that's going to end up helping us. You do not have to talk to him, but if you like lore, I love lore. This is always just a good person to go ahead and stop by and talk with. He's going to be an asset to us whenever we end up starting this process. So what we're looking for as we're going down, at some point it's going to kick us off our horse. And you can't get back on your mount. It's just part of part of the invasion. You're going to get invaded by an NPC. So you see there, went ahead and got invaded. He can bleed you incredibly quickly, So you want to do your best to just keep distance from him, kite him, wait for your help to get here. As you can see, he hit me once, took half my bleed meter. At this point, I'm just kind of kiting. The fight's not really eventful until your help comes. From there, you're just really trying to not get bled out, just trying to survive at this point. Once he gets here, he's going to end up taking a bunch of aggro. You're just going to do what you can to deal the actual damage. Once because his attacks won't do a bunch. They might do 30 or 40 at most, but you need to go ahead and whittle his health down. He only has one Estus Flask, so don't worry about him out healing you. Your summon cannot die, as far as I can tell. This may be a bug, but as far as I've seen, he can't die. Also, don't try to block the invader's attacks. That bleed damage can go through shields. So as you can see, we're just about done with the fight. Kill him, he's going to drop you something that helps you summon other players, but he's going to drop that dagger. That dagger is what we need. So for the dagger, you have to have 5 strength, 13 dex, and 13 arcane. Once you have those 3 stats, then you'll be able to use the dagger. Don't worry if you don't have the stats right away. It's okay. We'll end up getting the stats from the first part of this. I would also recommend doing this during the daytime. That knight on the horse that I passed, that is a boss. They only spawn at nighttime. They will actually chase you to the end of the earth. They have a range, but the range is ridiculous. But for the most part, from that grace, you're just gonna follow the road all the way down, cross the bridge, hang a left, and then you're just gonna be continually going. What we're looking for is the 3rd chapel of Martka. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, but that's the chapel that we're looking for. Once you get to that chapel, there's going to be a grace there. You can rest at the grace, make sure to pick up the items around. You'll get what's essentially a utility flask. Very, very good to have early on. So make sure to pick that stuff up so you don't have to backtrack coming back here. There are plenty of other graces around, lots of stuff to do in this open world. But this is just from after playing through this game 4 or 5 times, this is what I do moving forward. This is just what I'm going to end up working on, just because I don't care about the other 15 graces that's in this area. I already know what I want. I'm going for a very specific build. From here, you'll go out to the back of the church. You'll use this teleporter, and this teleporter is going to bring you to an area in the world which is much more in-game, but is essential for this leveling process. From here in Grail's Dragon Barrow, you can open the door and grab the grace. Doesn't have to happen. I do it because I like having that save point. From here, you're just gonna turn around, you can even get on the mount while you're inside this room, but you're just gonna get on the mount and you're just gonna ride it all the way down to the road. There's gonna be a main bridge which you can see right now. Also, don't forget to grab the seed. This can be really useful, so you don't have to come back and get it later. Don't go on the bridge. There's a dragon on the bridge. Don't take that fight. You're just going to die and lose everything. There was a part where I ended up resting there. I didn't want to spoil that for anyone, so I just went ahead and cut that out. So we're actually just going to backtrack, take this other bridge. This has to be done during the daytime. You want to do this during the day so that there's not the boss that spawns on it. Go through there during the daytime, rest at this, and then you're going to want to reset the time. You can set this to be nightfall, and this is where your first portion of this is going to come into play. So it's nightfall. You're at this bonfire, you've gotten everything you need, and you can even see in the background where this boss is. So what you're going to do is that you're just going to sprint up to the boss and you're going to run right past him. Make sure to maintain a good distance where you're not close enough where he's going to hit you, but you're not far enough where he's going to de-aggro, because that's the last thing you want. You don't want to do all this work, then have to go back and rinse and repeat. So you can see that I'm like slowing down, speeding up, making sure that he stays right behind me. But on this road, there's a bunch of poison traps. You can run down it. It's not going to be necessarily really, it's not going to be very deadly to you, but it's going to be enough where both of y'all get poisoned. And all you're going to do It's just hit as many poison traps as you can, go all the way up, past it, and then just keep riding. Eventually, you'll if you look back, you'll see him reset and disappear. But I'm not sure if this is an intentional game design, but that counts as you killing him. You end up getting the enemy felt sign. You get 43,000 souls. You get an Ash of War. Really, really cool. Great way to get 43,000 souls right off the rip. All you're going to do, you're just going to go right back to that grace that you rested at. You're going to go ahead and make sure that you have your 5 strength, 13 dex, and 13 arcane so that you can use the dagger. And then you're going to start moving southwards. Once you get down here, there's actually another exploit right here. I'm not going to show it because I think that it is actually an exploit. I don't think that's an intentional design. But if you want to look that up, I will make a video, post down in the comments if you want me to show you that. It's a great way to farm 2,000 souls every like 9 seconds. It's super, super quick. Really, really good way. You can get like five or 6 runs in per minute. You can get an insane amount of souls. But just run past this. You can grab all the graces you need. If anything kills you, not a big deal. You can honestly just run by it. As you run by, this can be a dragon. Don't fight anything. Just keep on going. Once you get past the dragon, you're going to see a brightly glowing red wall. On that wall, you're going to want to go on the other side of the wall, and you're just going to follow it all the way down. And as you can see on the left side, there's the dragon that we're going to end up fighting, quote unquote, because it's really not a fight. You're just going to take this wall, you're going to take it all the way down until you end up getting to the grace. Once you get to that grace, you want to go ahead and rest. Once you've rested that grace, go ahead and equip that dagger that you ended up getting before from the NPC. Make sure you have your pickled gold Val's Foot equipped in a quick slot, or you can just use it for your inventory. Doesn't really matter. But you're just going to run down to it. Right there in between the belly and the leg is a really, really good place. And then just take out the dagger. This thing has over 50,000 health. You're going to need to bleed it. So I just sped this up because it's very time consuming. Even with a good bleed dagger, it still just takes forever. So all you're going to do is bleed it. It'll bleed about 5 times. About a quarter of the health, I will eat mine. You do have a chance to eat it before then. But even right then, super easy. And this is the point of eating that. It's going to net you an extra 25 to 50% of souls. It's really, really good. So instead of getting the regular 75,000 you get, I want to say you get close to 100,000 souls. It's super, super strong. Great way to get the extra souls. And it's free. You literally don't do anything. It's a free 1,000 souls. Or free thousands of souls. You will also get 5 Dragon's Heart. That's going to be really important for this. As always, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure to follow me over there on Twitch. I stream 4 days a week, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays and Saturdays, sometimes on Sundays. And always, and most importantly, take care of your mental health, and don't ever forget to reach out if you ever need it.